We, I curated her tit prints. She makes these tit prints, which are these beautiful prints with her breasts. And she uses them like printing presses. And so I curated some into an art show. And that's how I met her, because I went to pick the tit prints up, right? So that was so much fun.
Here's your...
I love it. It sounds very Andy Warhol.
We love Andy Warhol. Yeah. We did a seance with Marcel Duchamp. We did it in France.
Really? When
Yes,
was this?
we did a whole show called We Love Marcel Duchamp in France. So we did the seance, and Marcel Duchamp, we were channeling his spirit, and Andy Warhol came and laid down in bed with him.
Oh, I
And
love
he was
it.
tickling Marcel. So Marcel was in bed laughing because he was getting all tickled.
That's great.
Yeah, it's really nice. So I think Andy Warhol likes us.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You knew him, probably.
Hmm?
Did you know him?
No, I didn't know. Did you know?
Did you know him?
Andy Warhol?
I was at some parties where he was. He took my
Yeah.
picture once.
Me too. I have about this
Really?
close a relationship.
New York.
I was
were
in
you living in New York?
Yeah.
You were?
I lived in the West Village for
I
13
lived
years.
in like the East 20s for 22 years. I'm
Wow.
surprised we didn't meet there.
Yeah.
But here's things for you. This is the card about our film, which tells you what it's about. Here's your own ecosexual bumper
Right.
sticker.
Who was showing me this yesterday? I guess it was Claude.
And there's some little stickers. It's all, we're eroticizing environmental activism. is the
See,
idea.
we're trying to counter sort of this idea that only hippies can love the earth, right? Or this sort of boring environmentalists. We could actually, you know, we're trying to make it more fun, sexy, fun, and diverse, instead of it just being kind of relegated to these people who are very nice people, but they're not artists really, or they're not. We think things are so bad that only creativity is going to be able to help the situation, and we're going to have to be massively creative. So this is kind of where we're coming from with all of this.
God, I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And even if we do all go down, which we might, you know, I mean, well, we
Easily.
are no matter what, right? We'll eventually all die. But we're hoping that we can do it in a kinder manner to the earth, because the earth has been so good to us, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's given us all the things to build Paris, New York, San Francisco, Rome, right? That's all from the earth.
You're living in New York,
We're in
right?
San Francisco
Oh, in San
right
Francisco.
now. Yeah, we're in San Francisco right
And you're
now.
based in where? In Paris?
Paris.
Yeah.
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 My family's in Oakland, though.
Yeah. Yeah, our husband's in Oakland.
Husband,
We have a husband, yeah.
you share.
He's fabulous. He's a masseur. Is that right? A masseur?
Yeah.
And he comes and gives us massages, like
Is it-
once a month or something. It's great.
That's wild.
He takes us to the country.
I love this idea of wearing this. You look amazing. And
Do you
So
know
do
Linda
you.
it's
Montano?
nice. Yeah, you.
Linda Montano?
No.
Oh, she's a fabulous artist.
She's one of our, maybe my most favorite artists in the
Really?
world. And you remind us. I thought you were her.
Wow.
Yeah,
Let me
last
look
night
her
we
up.
both had this very, intense feeling that somehow you and Linda were very.
Wow. Maybe I'm
connected.
channeling her and don't
Yes.
even know it.
You really,
Yes.
really are.
Yes, you would like her very much.
She
I'm
lives
gonna
upstate New York.
Google
You
her.
know this piece? She was tied with a rope for a year. A
To
rope.
Taishing Shea.
Do you know about performance art much?
Well, some, but I don't know about this.
She's a
So they
really
live
well-known-
together with an
I'm going to
8-foot
write
rope.
it here, and you look
Please
her up
do.
on Wikipedia.
I will,
No,
for
go to her
sure.
website.
Or Google the images.
No, go
she's
to
a
her
little.
website.
She's
Is
older.
it Laura Montana?
Linda.
Linda
M.
Montana.
She's a little older than you,
Montana.
but boy, are you
Yeah, you have
a
the
lot
same
alike.
energy.
I really thought you were her.
Wow.
And she's one of our best friends.
We should
so
do a
she-
Paris ecosexual project.
Well, we're
Yeah,
going
it could
in
be
2015.
Oh, we're going to have a big international ecosexual festival in 2015 again.
And when
France.
In
Metro.
France.
At Métrope in Bourges.
Bourges. So it's like where the airport is.
Some military
Oh,
town.
there's
Yeah, there's an
Bourges.
airport. It's 3 hours south of France.
Wow.
Well, there
From
used to be an
Paris.
American base there. But we have some friends down there, these really fun anarchists, and they hosted an international ecosexual workshop this summer, and it was fantastic. You know, so we were there for 10 days just making ecosexual art with all these people from all over the world. So it was
Great.
really, really fun. And, you know, we're just making it up as we go.
That's
so
good.
anything can happen,
Yeah.
and it does.
Yeah, I have a feeling anything could happen. Do you also know Bethany Vernon by any chance?
Oh, I know of her, and we've been in touch. Is she
Yeah.
a friend of yours?
Yeah.
She does very slick design, sex toys.
Yeah, I had a
fun.
feeling that maybe you knew each other.
She knows. Yeah, we've written, but look up Linda Montano, M. Montano, and then we look at her Wikipedia, and then Google Photos. She does Mother Teresa,
Oh, I love that.
and she does.
She
I
does it-
met Mother Teresa
Did
once.
you? Wow. Well, now you need to meet Linda.
I know. I met Mother Teresa when I used to be a designer
Oh, right.
in New York. And I did a freelance job in New Delhi once. And the factory owner was like a contributor to Mother Teresa. And so she came by the factory once.
Wow.
And she just touched her hand. And it was like amazing to see someone so giving. And I mean, the things that she did, I could never. I'm a Libra. I could never like help people with worms crawling in their eyes, for instance.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
just have a hard time with that.
Oh, God.
But she could do that.
She could do that. I
Yeah,
couldn't do that.
I couldn't
I don't
do
think
it.
so. Not
Well, I
worms.
think you could. I think you could.
And how did you go from being the only prostitute with a PhD? How did that
No,
transition?
the
That's
first
not
porn
true?
star to get a PhD.
Porn star.
There's
Okay.
many prostitutes with
But you did a
PhDs.
lot for prostitutes.
Yeah. I
So
was a
then,
prostitute
sorry, I
and a
mixed
porn
things
star
up.
for 20 years.
Wow.
And then transitioned into art, and then we've been working 12 years together.
And you're a director.
I am now, but I'm also a performance artist, and I was trained as a sculptor. So
She's a professor.
I actually see all of this as sculpture. Do you know? I love the artist Joseph Beuys, and his
Oh,
idea
yeah.
of social sculpture I think is very important. And so, but I think social sculpture has to be beautiful and fun too. Do you know? Yeah,
Did you
can't just
study-
be this very serious thing that. I mean, it can be serious, but it has to have deep fun, like sex or something. You know? Yeah.
So you've always been in the fashion world? Or?
Well, I studied film. That's what I got my degree in. And then
Where did you go to school?
Temple University,
Oh, yeah, Temple.
Philadelphia.
I've spoken there.
Yeah. A long time ago.
Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, long time ago. It was a changing neighborhood then, and I worked on the radio station, and they wanted, because of my voice, they wanted me at night, but I didn't want to be in that neighborhood at night.
Right.
So I wanted the morning, and they said, no, but your voice, it's night. So I,
It is beautiful.
I was like, God, I wouldn't live very long in that neighborhood
Yeah.
at that time.
Yeah.
This was quite a while ago.
Yeah.
But then I was a fashion designer for 13 years in New York with my own
What
brand.
years?
I ended the end of 90.
90.
You were still
End
there,
of
Margie.
90.
End of 90. That's
Yeah.
when I left New York,
Yeah.
too.
And New York was pretty ugly then, no?
No, you
It was
left in, like,
beautifully
92.
ugly.
Beautifully
It was
ugly.
beautifully ugly.
It was devastated by AIDS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was my whole neighborhood. I lived in the West Village. I think it was like more than 80% dead or dying. Pretty
The West
depressing.
Village was
Yes,
wiped out.
wiped
Yeah,
out.
I remember. I was there. I had met many gay male friends, and well, I had some straight friends also.
It was,
Yeah, it was devastating.
and then Tompkins Square Park was Cardboard City.
Yeah.
Then they let out all the mental patients living on the streets. Crime was epic. I was a fashion designer.
Wow.
It was not very inspiring.
Yeah.
No, you
So
didn't like it.
I couldn't feel comfortable walking on the street.
Yeah.
So it took me 4 years to move because it's not easy to just abandon your business. but I couldn't stand living there. And that was
I
that.
had to leave because the sea was calling me. You know, it's
That's nice.
so long in the city, and I discovered nature. It was like the most exciting new thing. You know,
So that's when it started, the idea for ecosexual, in a way,
yeah,
your
it
desire
started,
to
yeah.
get back to nature.
I find it sensuous and erotic, nature.
It's an expanded sense of sexuality. This woman saw the film yesterday, and she was saying it's so amazing how turned on you can get just by visual stimulation. I mean, in fashion.
Is there a link to the film? Because you were on the same hour as me, so I couldn't see it. How can I see your film?
If you email us, I'll send you a link,
Okay,
and you can just watch it online.
great.
Yeah,
I give you my card.
that'd be super.
B.
Yeah, you can see our the end of the film. We marry the mountains. Do you know how all the gays and lesbians are getting married now?
Yeah.
Well, the ecosexuals are marrying the mountains and the skies.
Wow, that's great.
So we have a really fun
Married
wedding.
coal, we married a lake, but in
I
our
love it.
project, it's an art project.
They'll
so
never
we-
be unfaithful to
We
you.
get paid for
And we're never alone, you know? When I get scared on the airplane, I look out and there's the moon, and of course we married the moon, right? I'm like,
That's
oh, I
so
lower the moon, and I
great.
calm down.
It's
You
so
know?
beautiful. I love that.
It's an attempt to.
I'd like to marry the moon.
You can
Oh,
marry
Is
the
that,
moon.
We can do.
We can
arrange
marry
that.
you to the moon the next
Okay.
time we're
Do you still
friends.
do fashion design?
no,
No.
I do the festival and I'm writing an autobiography and making a perfume.
We're getting ready to write autobiography.
That's great, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
It'll be a duel.
It'll be
Claude
wild.
said you
Do a
were
biography.
wearing the black because you lost your husband, is it?
Well, I did, but that's not why I'm wearing black.
Oh.
I mean, yes, my first husband died. He was 31.
And when?
When he was 31.
Oh, wow.
Not in 1931.
No.
Oh, you must look at Linda's work.
I'm
She
going
did a
to.
Her husband died
Yes.
also. She did a famous video where she puts acupuncture needles in her face. It's called.
Never did
it's like-
acupuncture.
Yeah, she's incredible.
She really is incredible.
And you could be sisters.
Yes, you could.
Really?
Really.
Yeah.
Wild.
I'm surprised nobody said it. And,
No.
But she's not in.
I
and
get
she-
the name Martyria a lot, but never.
Montana.
Not Montana.
Oh, Montana.
I've gotten Martyria
Oh,
as like a
Martyria.
singer from Madrid,
Right. Right.
who I finally met one day, and there's a picture of us together, and I didn't really think we looked that much alike.
Well, energetically with Linda,
That's
you have
great.
a very similar energy.
Wow, I'm gonna look into
She's
it.
special.
So I'm gonna give you my card
Super.
and see the link.
Okay. I'm gonna
Sorry I
send you the
missed
link.
you.
Okay. Well.